Hey guys, welcome back to DajibanLife. I'm here. I picked up my spray adhesive. It's 3M high strength, 94 ET. I don't know what that means, but it's like the strongest stuff you can buy. It's so strong actually that it's only sold to commercial customers, I guess. So I had to confirm that I was like a commercial dealer or something. So I just said yeah, whatever, and I got some. But I'm using that to start to attach these acoustic panelings to the wall. I got some here, and yeah, I don't really like the idea of making them permanent, but you know, I don't know how else to stick them on there that would be easily removable. I don't have any wires or anything running behind where this stuff is going to go, so it's going to cover like all the walls, right? And most of the wiring's I kind of you know, ran along these beams, which I'll do in the future as well, and those beams will stay exposed, so the panel shouldn't get in the way. It might cause a problem when I go to mount certain things on the wall, like this guy, my fuse box or fuse junction thing. I'm gonna mount to the wall at some point, probably with double-sided tape or something, and that'll need an opening, so I'll have to maybe plan that out a little bit so I can maybe cut like a little recess out of here so that I can fit in. But you know, I'll think about that when I get to it. So yeah, I'm gonna spend most of today gluing this stuff on. It probably shouldn't take too long, but on this side of the wall obviously there's no rattle trap, so I'm gonna have to put that on there. But I haven't yet because of the dents and stuff in the body, so I'm gonna straighten those out, or try to, and then put the rattle trap on there, and hopefully I can get these on. I only have 48 square feet of these, so I'm assuming I'm gonna maybe be able to cover one full wall, and then maybe partial, maybe back there where my closet is, maybe that wall, and then I'll need a little bit more to cover the rest of this wall and the door, maybe. I'm not sure what to do about the door exactly because it's kind of irregularly shaped, so putting this stuff on there, it'll just be in patches, and making it look patchy might not be so great. But yeah, I don't know, we'll see. I don't really want to put it on the ceiling because if I just have this black acoustic foam like all around me, including like above me, I think it might be kind of not depressing, but just a little too monotone. So I'm thinking of doing something else up here once I get this rattle trapped as well. But I'm not sure what yet. Maybe like some vinyl or something. So yeah, if you have any ideas, let me know. But everything else has been working out great so far. Not having water is kind of a problem, but I figured out a solution. I'm just gonna, where this pile of foam is, I'm gonna build like a little sink, and they sell these like USB water pumps. I don't know if I mentioned this before in my earlier videos, but yeah, that's gonna pour into a sink coming from a water bottle, and then I'll have just like a little water bottle, or gray water bottle down here that I can dump in the gym or something. But yeah, I got the amp all installed and the sub. This thing kicks pretty good. It's not really gonna rattle any windows, or like neighbors' windows, I mean, like in the neighborhood. Like people might be able to tell you're coming, but it's not like so loud that, you know, like the ground shaking or whatever. But it's a nice little thump when you're driving, so it definitely adds to the experience of your music. So that's kind of nice. But yeah, and then my fridge is supposed to come in tomorrow, supposedly. This is the fourth time they've shipped it, and hopefully this time it's not damaged, because the past 3 times, I think this might be the 5th time actually, they're sending out a new fridge. So the past 4 times, I guess, 3 or 4 times, the fridge arrived damaged at the store. So they asked me to wait for the next shipment, and next shipment, it's almost been a month now since I ordered the thing, and I still haven't gotten it. So yeah man, Home Depot needs to really clean up their shipping services, because someone there is screwing up like hardcore. But you know, no big deal. It's actually better for me because if the fridge was in here, I wouldn't have as much space to like work. I definitely would have to like pull the fridge out of the van in order to do this. So that's why I'm covering this side first, because that's where the fridge is gonna go. And then I'm not sure if I should cover here where the stove's gonna be, because I'm gonna have a propane stove, and this stuff might melt because of the heat. So I might have to, if I do put this up, I might have to think of some sort of heat barrier, like a sheet of aluminum or something, to block the heat coming from the stove so it doesn't melt stuff. But yeah, you know me, I'm gonna burn that bridge once I come to it. And then here, I think I am going to purchase some vents that I found on Amazon. They're these little round vents, and I'm gonna just, you know, drill some holes here. I know it's really close to the fuel filler cap, so that's a little bit concerning, but I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be all right. And then just have some vents installed here so that I don't have to keep my windows open all the time. It's kind of a drag. But here the air will flow in nicely, and if my stove's here, it'll pull air from here and directly out through my fan. So I think that'll work out nice. But yeah, I'm gonna start gluing these panels on, and yeah, we'll see when it's done. Yeah, I just wanted to interrupt real quick and say that there's such a huge difference just in the heat, because this side of the van is facing towards the sun right now, and if I put my hand on the wall, it's pretty warm, even with this the rattle trap on it. Like, it's not hot, but it's warm. It's probably like at least like 85, maybe 90 degrees. And I can feel the heat coming off the wall just by putting my hand here. But if I put my hand in front of the acoustic panel, the foam, the heat is already like way less, probably like at least 10 degrees cooler. So that's nice. That's gonna be really good in the summer, and probably in the winter too, to keep the heat in. But it was such a noticeable difference, I just wanted to say that. Alright, so I finished sound deadening the rest of the van. I ran out though. This is the third box, I think, of this stuff that I used. And obviously the sliding door didn't get the full treatment. It's mostly just these empty spots here in between the skeleton. I'm not going to do the outside of the door, even though it probably needs it, but you know, it's probably on the outside. This is kind of like where you can see. I'm not going to cover this, so here I might, you know, stick something in here to kind of cover the rattle trap, but here I wouldn't. So yeah, so this door is probably going to be pretty noisy, but the rest of the van, I straightened out some dents. Oh yeah, did some body work here. Basically took a big hammer and just hammered this out as much as I could. I'm gonna put in some body filler and Bondo and just sort of smooth that out later. I try to straighten these as much as I could also. But yeah, it's a lot better than before. The door actually looks like, you know, how it's supposed to, for the most part. The gap's kind of irregular, but you know, it's good enough for a stupid cargo van, you know. It's fine. So yeah, did that. Door needs some help sometimes. And then here's the end result. It's a little bit dark in here, but hopefully you guys can see. I ran out of the acoustic material, so I need to buy maybe probably like 15 more squares. I can probably get away with 12, but 15 is probably a safe number to get. I think they sell them in packs of 12 or 15 or 16 maybe, I don't know. But I'll have to go on Amazon and look at that. So yeah, for $1 a square foot, and I bought 48 square feet. It's not bad. Almost covered the entire thing, and it definitely changes the feel of the interior. Before it sort of felt kind of like a van with rattle trap on the walls. But now I sort of feel like I'm in like almost like a studio. It's definitely a lot nicer. Like there's like a feeling of almost like elegance. I mean, I'm inside of a $800 Dodge van, but I don't know. I feel like I'm in the Bellagio. But the pattern is kind of nice. Having the pattern, just alternating, it just sort of breaks up sort of the monotony of the walls and the white interior. So, and also it should absorb light, so it should help with like the interior lights when I have them on, because the blackout curtain doesn't completely block everything, so there'll be less reflections off the walls, which will be nice. And on top of that, it has acoustic properties, so obviously it's gonna deaden the sound of me snoring. And then also it'll deaden the outside noise, the road noise, especially at night when I'm sleeping on the street or something and these trucks go by, or cars. Trucks, like, I don't think I can help because they're so big, they're gonna make noise anyway. But little cars and stuff, a lot of the time, those wake me up. So that'll help block some of that road noise, which is nice. And then while I'm driving, it should be good too. And it should help out my system, my subwoofer that I bought. It should help out with the sound on that, because now everything's sound deadened except for the door, obviously, the sliding door. Yeah, and then once I do the ceiling, it should be even better. It does smell like VOCs pretty hardcore in here. So yeah, I don't know. I thought about that. I don't really mind the VOCs because eventually the smell's gonna go away, right? But I do have to sleep in this tonight, so I'm gonna be breathing in a lot of VOCs. But at least on the can, right, it says that it's less than 20%, while the carb limit is 40% and the OTC limit is 55%. This product's less than 20. So according to this can, apparently that's a good thing. So we'll you know, I'll just have to deal with it. It kind of smells like a sweet, like chemicals, but kind of sweet. Kind of makes your nose burn a little bit, like inside, like your not your lungs, but like your throat maybe. Yeah, your throat burns a little bit. But you know, whatever, it's not that bad. It'll just be for a few days, and hopefully the bulk of it will sort of fly away during the day tomorrow if it's hot. I'll have the fan going all day, and hopefully it'll suck out all that, the VOC goodness. But yeah, I'm gonna kind of test out the sound system now and see what it sounds like with all the stuff in it now. It should change the dynamics a little bit. And then this place is a friggin' mess. It's a war zone. But I'm gonna clean all this stuff up. It should free up a lot of space because I'm not gonna be carrying all this sound deadening material and whatnot. So I'll clean that up. I'll reassemble my bed here. I had to get to the wall there, so I lifted it up. Too bad I didn't finish off a lot of these spots because I'm gonna have to lift the bed again. And also this bed's really heavy. It's like 60 something pounds, I would say. I'm guessing there. I didn't weigh it. But I think I might rebuild this at some point with aluminum because it's a lot lighter. I'll still use boards, and I went lengthwise as far as the planks, but I think I might make a frame out of aluminum and then make planks horizontal like this. I'll probably still use like the 1x12 here, 1x12 inches, but instead of making them 6 feet long, I think I might just make them 3 feet long because my bed's about 3 feet wide. And I might reuse some of this wood, but I'll use the same planks because I like these planks and there's been no moisture at all, which has been really good. And then go across horizontally. That should help hold my weight a little bit better, spread over more planks than just 3. And then maybe I'll figure out some sort of like a banding system or something on the bottom to give it a little bit more reinforcement, so the aluminum, it doesn't break or bend, because it could be kind of brittle in my experience. And they don't really sell They only sell like 1-inch box tubing, I think, at Home Depot, which is probably where I'm gonna go to get it. And that is kind of thin for my weight, which I'm gonna be pushing 200 pounds pretty soon. So, but spread out over a bunch of planks, it should be fine. It's only when I sit, I think I'm a little worried if I sit in the middle of the bed, it could sag and then, you know, like bend or break or something. But yeah, I think that's about it for today. I'm gonna clean up here. It's still kind of early. I could probably get more work done, but I pretty much, I'm out of materials really. I need to order some more, which might happen in a couple weeks. Oh, I did find out today that my front right shock is completely blown. Because these are the stock shocks. There's a little dropping, it's dried up now, but there's a lot of liquid on the actual shock itself, and those are the stockers from when I first bought the van. When I changed the springs, I didn't change the shocks at all. So, and then the spring spacer on top that lifts the van a little bit, it doesn't really change the height of the shock, so the shock was compressed down pretty hardcore. And I went over some bumps this week, and I don't think I bottomed out, but I think the shock definitely did, and it's done for. So I'm gonna have to go to the junkyard and pick up some springs. Hopefully they have some 3500s in this coming week. If not, I'll probably just pick up a 2500 truck spring and take the shocks out of that truck as well, if they're good, and install those and see how this thing does. I hope I can dial in the suspension pretty soon, so then I can, you know, once I get the suspension dialed in, I can just buy new parts that I know will work rather than used parts. The shocks in the back have been pretty good so far, but those are for a stock height cargo van, and those are lowered down now, so I think I've bottomed those out a couple times too. They're still working for now, but they're definitely sagging a little bit. So yeah, that's it, and then we'll see you next time.